Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society certified expert,
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it.
And good afternoon. We welcome you in. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Yeah, growl it up, baby. We made it. We made it to week one, everybody. Congratulations. Our long national nightmare is over. We had some fun in week 0. You know, little some down to the wire games. We had a game-winning field goal. We already had a massive upset. Also why we talk about preseason polls being ridiculous. But nevertheless, yeah, we had a big upset in week 1. Or week 0, I should say. Had a really nice game between McNeese and Tarleton. Didn't look like it was going to be a really nice game, but it ended up being a good one. And we've got, the NFL getting ready to go here in about a week. Or 2 weeks, I guess. And, yeah, we're here. Can't believe we made it. Got the first week of the Upset Special coming. That's right, the Pearl Upset Special starts this week. Now, I would prefer if everyone would send their picks in, like, I don't know, Wednesday. You know, I don't have my pad and that I usually keep track of all the picks with here. So, yeah, Wednesday would be preferable if we could make that happen. But yeah, the Pearl Upset Special is beginning. We got through week 0. Rogers, we had a crazy Northwestern State baseball day yesterday that we got to get into. So, just a lot happening. It's good. It's the most wonderful time of the year. We're almost to September. Labor Day is Monday. Uh-oh. We must be getting near to Christmas time.
It's Dominic the donkey.
Yeah, September, which means, October is not too far away, and then November's right around the corner, and then, of course, December's right after that. I mean, we might as well just be in December right now at this point. Yeah, Dominic the Christmas donkey will be here before you know it. You know, because the reindeer can't climb the hills of Italy. So you have to have the Christmas donkey to push or pull Santa's sleigh around in Italy. We are not on Twitter today, X. I changed my profile photo. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Changed my profile photo on Twitter/X, and because of that, they take away your blue check mark until they make sure that the account is still you, and I'm waiting on that process. So while we wait on that process, I will not be able to stream on Twitter/X until I get my blue check mark back. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. But yeah, so no stream, but we do have our regular streams on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're used to watching on those spots, you still can watch on those spots. But man, we made it. I'm so happy that we're here. We got college football. Northwestern State plays on Thursday. You got LSU playing on Sunday. You've got a full slate of games on Saturday. It has arrived with gusto and with I'm going to go with a very exciting, boring game between Florida State and Georgia Tech. There was excitement at the beginning, and there was excitement at the end, and the middle was just boring as hell. Georgia Tech was just running the ball. I mean, I guess if you're kind of old school and enjoy some old school run game, which I do, I like a good old school run game. If you enjoy that, then you were happy. You were liking what you watched out of Georgia Tech and former Longview Lobo Haynes King, who, by the way, also has a Northwestern State connection. His father, John King, the head coach of the Lobos, is in the Northwestern State In-Club Hall of Fame. So, all roads lead back to Natchitoches. I mean, what are you looking for, man? Everything gets back to Natchitoches. So we got Florida State and Georgia Tech to talk about. The only person who picked Georgia Tech amongst the college football cognoscenti was Sheamus, the WWE wrestler who was the guest picker for game day over in Ireland. Apparently, if you're Pat McAfee, you can just do your radio show while drunk and nobody seems to care. I would tell Pat McAfee that you're late to that party. Rogers Hampton's been doing the radio show drunk for years, man. Like you're late to the do the show while inebriated party, Pat McAfee. That ain't new. That's been Hambone's MO forever. How do you think he gets through dealing with the end of Fletcher's show and my show and just dealing with me in general? Of course, my man's got to have something to get through it. So we got all kind of week 0 observations to hook you up with. I did not get to watch any of the Hawaii-Delaware State game. I didn't download the free app to watch it. But not only will we have the Pearl Upset Special beginning this week, but we also will have Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers beginning this week as well. So we'll be back in full force, buddy. I mean, it's here. It's time. I can't believe it. It felt like that off season was simultaneously forever and also reasonably short. And the Olympics helped out a ton. Right, having an Olympics that is that was there, and giving us all the gymnastics and swimming and breaking. We got to watch the Australian breakdancer, right? Like she was entertaining. So yeah, it was awesome. That's what it was. Sean, did you send me some stars over on Facebook? Let's go, buddy. I appreciate that. If you want to help the show directly, you can on Facebook. They have things called stars that you can send stars on Facebook, and they will make it happen. Like it'll be a direct. Just a direct little deal to us. So if you want to support the show directly, there you go. All right, we do have breaking news. Rogers Hampton breaking news. Just informing me that we do have breaking news, and it does involve the Cowboys. They have gotten a deal done with CeeDee Lamb, a 4-year, $136 million deal. It makes him the second highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. The deal also includes a $38 million signing bonus, which is the largest ever given to a wide receiver. So CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys, 4 years, $136 million, a.k.a., what does that roll about, $34 million a year? So $34 million a year, $38 million signing bonus, and CeeDee Lamb is locked up for at least 4 years. So there you go. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are bringing Juju Smith-Schuster back after he signed a free agent deal with the Patriots and is gonna come back. So yeah, it was with the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Patriots, and now Juju Smith-Schuster is back in the fold with Kansas City. And as we mentioned, CeeDee Lamb signing the richest contract for a wide receiver in history. 4 years, $136 million, $38 million signing bonus. Largest signing bonus ever given to a wide receiver. So yeah, football, baby. Football, let's go. We are rocking and rolling with some foosball. Making that happen. So, Rogers, I told you yesterday was quite a day for Northwestern State baseball. Now, why is that? Well, obviously, everyone knows that David Fry is, I mean, if you've listened to my show, you know that David Fry is in the major leagues. He's having a lot of success with the Cleveland Guardians. He was an all-star this year. Well, Fry hit a solo home run yesterday to help sort of break open a 3-2 game. The Guardians ended up going up 4-2, and then they added a few more insurance after that and took care of business, as they have struggled a bit after the All-Star break. But yeah, Fry hits a solo home run, but at the same time, former Demon pitcher, and by the way, former teammate of David Fry, Adam Oller, who we've had on the show before, and we've talked about Oller. You know, his journey has been a little circuitous. He got up into the majors with Oakland, and then went back down, got traded. Thought maybe he'd get a shot. He's been kind of all over the place. He had been in AAA in the Marlins organization. Well, they called him up a couple of like a week or two ago now, and gave him a spot start, and he ended up giving up, I think, 4 or 5 earned in like 5 innings, 5 1/3, I think. So the ERA was right around 9, and I thought, okay, well, maybe that was it. He was done at that point, but no, he actually stuck around and made his second start yesterday and twirled an absolute gem. Handcuffed the Cubs. Gave up, I believe, 1 earned in 6 or 7 innings, and picked up his first win since last year, and his first win as a starter in quite a while. Jason Pugh went back. So on the same day, Northwestern State Demon baseballers David Fry, who was Player of the Year in the Southland Conference, and Adam Oller, who was Pitcher of the Year in the Southland Conference, different years. Both of them showing out yesterday. Oller getting the job done. I think he had 6 strikeouts maybe in 5 1/3. Let me look real quick. I tweeted it, so I want to double check. Let's see, where is Oller's stat line? 5 2/3, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned run. And on the same day, David Fry hit a home run. Jason Pugh doing tremendous work, as Jason Pugh always does. And he figured out that the last time that David Fry homered on the same day that Adam Oller got a win was when they were teammates at Northwestern State in 2015. And it happened April the 2nd in a win at Southeastern. So Fry homered, and Adam Oller got the win on the same day, April the 2nd, 2015, in a win at Southeastern Louisiana. So David Fry, home run. Adam Oller, 1 earned run in 5+ innings, 6 strikeouts, and a win. And that is good stuff for Northwestern State, man. Good stuff. Happy to see that for a couple of Demon baseball alums making it happen. So kudos to both of those gentlemen. And it was a neat day, man. It was really a neat day. And hopefully that means, maybe Oller, look, the Cubs have been very hit or miss. It's not like there's some offensive juggernaut that's come in there that you have to face. But hey, maybe this portends good things for Adam Oller. Stick around, right? Like stay in the majors for a bit. Maybe continue to get better. If he goes out and puts another quality start up in his next outing, hey, maybe this is the start of something good. Maybe he kind of figures it out. Oller's biggest issues have been free passes. He walks and hits too many guys. And then, when he starts walking guys, he tends to throw, a little bit more meatballs over the middle of the plate, if you will. So hopefully this is the start of something good for him, and I'm excited. Sean, thank you again for sending some stars, brother. That's much appreciated. If you don't know what I'm talking about, over on Facebook, you can send stars, which work as basically a virtual tip, if you will. And apparently Sean sent a few, so thank you so much, Sean. We really appreciate it. Very, very kind of you to do that. And you can support the show directly if you like. We'll take Venmo and PayPal and stuff like that. If you're just feeling in a tipping mood, you want to give a couple bucks, we'll do that. It mostly goes into the Rogers Hampton Budweiser Fund, but we're not afraid. We'd be happy to do it if you just feel the need. By the way, speaking of the Guardians and the Royals are playing I believe this is a makeup game from June the 5th, and it is top of the fourth, Royals leading the Guardians 3-2. By the way, speaking of resumed games, one of the craziest things you'll ever see in baseball is going on right now. With the Red Sox are playing against Toronto in a makeup game. Now, that's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is the catcher for the Red Sox got traded after the game was being made up. He got traded, and with that trade, he moved to, I can't remember if he went from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox or the Red Sox to the Blue Jays. But anyway, he moved teams, and now he becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to play for both teams in a single game. It's kind of crazy that would happen, but it has happened, and it will go down. As a matter of fact, it's such a big happenstance that they are actually going to send. Here you go. This is called Danny Jansen Day. Danny Jansen will enter at catcher for the Red Sox, catching the at-bat that he started with the Blue Jays, becoming the first player in Major League Baseball history to play for both teams in the same game. So basically, Danny Jansen was at-bat for the Blue Jays when the game was called due to weather. Well, they couldn't end up playing it, so they postponed it. In the meantime, Danny Jansen was traded from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox. And the Red Sox put him in at catcher to resume this game. And in so doing, he literally starts at catcher, catching his own at bat. Because he was at the plate when the game was suspended. Now, I believe he had a 1-0 count on him. And because of that, I believe any at-bats will go, or any record of the at-bat will go to who replaced him in the order when he moved. And they have also mentioned that the scorecard from the official scorer, Bob Ellis, will be sent to the Hall of Fame. Because, again, this has never happened before. You've never had a guy play for both teams in one game. But because the game was suspended and Jansen was traded from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox, and then the Red Sox put him in at catcher, he was literally catching his own at-bat that he started as the batter. What a wild set of circumstances, man. Just crazy. I want to go look at the play-by-play and see how that happened. Like, I want to see what it looked like. So let's see. So yeah, it was the top of the second inning, and everybody moved around. That's when the at bat was there. It was Jansen catching, Varsho hit for Jansen. So Varsho ended up striking out swinging on the at-bat that Jansen started, and he caught the at-bat. They also moved a bunch of dudes around as well. But, yeah, apparently Varsho is the guy that ended up taking his place, and Varsho ended up striking out. So there you go. And I believe, based on what I'm seeing here, I believe this means that Jansen gets the strikeout, because it's not showing as a strikeout on the box score. I'll be interested to see what the box score looks like when it's all said and done. But what a cool, just weird, and it's hilarious. Baseball's been played for how many hundreds of years now, like 120 years, whatever, and longer than that, and we're still seeing things we've never seen before. Like, that's what I'll be honest with you. I'm not a giant baseball guy. I'm not a huge baseball guy, but weird, cool eccentricities like that do make me happy. I do enjoy that. And so a guy who was at bat when a game was suspended gets traded to the team that they were playing and then comes in at catcher in the at bat that he was originally batting in is hilarious and great. So, awesome stuff, man. Really is awesome stuff. Okay, it's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Hambone back at the studio over in West Shreveport. I am at the house in South Shreveport. It is hotter than hell outside. It remains hot. It's supposed to be hot for, I think, till Wednesday, and then we may get a little front blow through and kind of help us out a little bit. So, yeah, we gotta deal with the heat for just a little bit longer, and then it will hopefully start to cool a bit. Our highs will still be in the 90s, but they won't be, 97, 98. It'll be more respectable 91, 92, which is what we're looking for. So, if you want to get in touch with the show, you can do that. You can call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline. The Pearl Shreveport hotline is 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Coach O. You can also find us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. That number is 318-657-0-HAM, 318-657-0426, also known as the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. Brought to you by Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We are also on our streaming services. Again, we are only on, we're only on 2 of our 3 normal streaming platforms, and that is due to the fact that we're still waiting on the blue check mark to come back over on Twitter. I changed my profile photo, and because of that, and we lost the blue check mark, which means we are no longer a verified account for the moment. Now we'll eventually get there. We'll eventually get back to being a verified account. Once we get the blue check mark back, then we will be able to get back on and be on Twitter/X again. But we have to wait for that for now. And so apologies if you are normally someone who watches us over on Twitter/X. So the only two places that you can watch us, no Twitter today, no X today. So the only two places that you can watch us are Facebook and YouTube. Both of them are the Patrick Netherton Show. And you can find them either facebook.com/Netherton Show or youtube.com/@Netherton Show if you want to go directly. Or just search for the Netherton Show, Patrick Netherton, whatever, you'll find me. We ask that you follow, subscribe, like, whatever while you're there. Again, for whatever reason, there's no consistent nomenclature for it. I don't know why, but over on Facebook it's a like or a follow. Over on YouTube it's a subscribe. Just click the button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to go find us on X, even though we're not live streaming right now, it is @PT Netherton, @PT Netherton. And if you're in a following mood, then hey, go follow @HeyBoyRogers while you're at it. Hambone's on Twitter too, so go follow along with old Hambone on Twitter and interact with him. He loves it. He loves interacting with folks on Twitter. Very excited. The best part about being at home and doing this show remotely is when I say things like Rogers really enjoys interacting with folks on Twitter. I can't see him rolling his eyes or shaking his head or just being overall generally depressed that he has to deal with me on a daily basis. I don't have to deal with any of that. I don't have to see it today. So those are the ways that you can pay attention to the show streaming-wise on a video stream. If you want to just listen to audio, download the 1130 The Tiger app on Google Play or iTunes App Store, and you can listen to us in crystal clear HD audio. It sounds terrific, absolutely terrific. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rogers Hampton.
We represent the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, the lollipop guild, and in the name of the lollipop guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy!
Hey, boy.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
Monday.
Hey, at least it's football Monday, Rogers,
Yeah.
I mean, it helps a little.
A little.
I mean, it's
a little.
Look, it could be Monday in early June right now, and we're all going, well, what are we gonna do? Nothing going on. Ain't nothing to talk about, boy.
I guess it's time to take some days off.
I guess, yeah, exactly. Now, speaking of Rogers, I'm assuming we're taking next Monday off. Have we broached this subject yet or no?
What's next Monday?
Labor Day.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked about any of that.
Okay. Well, yeah, next
I'm
Monday
not sure about that since it's that I really it hadn't even come up.
Well, this
I didn't even know it was Labor Day next Monday.
It is.
To be honest
It is
with you.
first Monday of the college football
I say
season.
we
is
labor
always
on Labor Day. That's the true respect to that holiday.
Oh, it's only if you labor on Labor Day are you actually.
And you give it its just due.
I mean, I can't argue with your logic, Rogers. The other thing is, and this is the part that always, Labor Day is a holiday. I mean, obviously, and usually you take Labor Day off, but I always find myself wanting to work on Labor Day because it's literally the first day after college football. It's like I kind of want to be in here like talking. LSU will be the night before playing USC in the giant Roomba out in Vegas. So, I kind of would want to be here on Monday to talk about it. But hey, if the boss man says let's take Monday off, who am I to argue? I'm just a small cog in the giant machine that is Fletcher Industries. All right, we're off and running. Extremely excited to have you with us. Would love to hear from you. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line 657-0426. Call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline 725-5945. Send us a note over on Facebook or YouTube, as Sean has done and as James has done. Hit us up. We would absolutely love to hear from you. Let's talk about week 0. Let's talk about week 1. It's here. College football. Best there is. We'll talk all about it when we come back. On the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM.
Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind. We were running against the wind. We were young and strong. We were running against the wind.
We are the soldiers of the Louisiana Army National Guard. We are your neighbors. We are your sons and daughters. While we serve part-time, we are learning valuable life and job skills. We are earning money for college, for trade and technical schools, and for certifications. We are proud to serve both our country and our home state. We are your Louisiana Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Army National Guard. Aired by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The only thing more satisfying than a crisp fall day is a crisp fall day inside your cozy, spotless home. Right now, shop Labor Day savings on select cleaning essentials and exclusive brands from the Home Depot. Plus, with fast free delivery, you don't have to worry about running out of your favorite cleaners, paper products, trash bags, and more. The Home Depot has everything you need to get ready for a fall refresh. Get your home crisp, clean, and ready for the season with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on over 2 million items subject to availability.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like rowing upstream. But it's a river, a whitewater river, and the only paddles you have are pool noodles. Then when a new to-do pops up, you're like, nope, I'm already rowing upstream with these pool noodle paddles. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to get personalized discounts with a commercial auto insurance quote online, so your to-do list is smooth sailing. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverages and discounts not available in all states and subject to policy terms and underwriting.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API-SP test limits.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text KICK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text KICK to 42424. That's KICK to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Get down to
Anything you want with Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, now offering heating and air conditioning too. The Greene Team for the best plumbing, heating, air. Get it all. One team, 3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, your home team, 6310235. We have it all.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Introducing Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food.
I have been feeding them Dr. Marty's freeze-dried raw formula for years. And this food is a big part of why their joints are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful and playful.
And dog parents across the U.S. are loving it.
My dog Hazel is a 10-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever, and ever since I've been feeding her Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend food, she is like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
We're so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee. And for a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies. They're wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511 today. All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Rogers definitely knows how to get Trey Langford in here, that's for sure. We'll start playing some Rush, Trey will appear. Rush! That was on the YouTube channel. James, also on the YouTube channel, was up in Shreveport yesterday and saw the Wienermobile but didn't get a picture of it. Yeah, you got anytime you see the Wienermobile, James, you got to stop and get a picture. By the way, that was, Rogers, I believe, wasn't that one of Fletcher's nicknames in high school, the Wienermobile? Pretty sure. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a little Rush to get us back into the segment. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130, The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Our show brought to you by the Pearl Restaurant in Shreveport. Rogers, let me tell you about the pull of the Pearl Restaurant. This is how alluring the Pearl is, all right? My sister's coming through. She's going down to a wedding, her and her family. They're going down to a wedding in Alexandria, end of September, I believe, last weekend of September. And she's like, hey, do you have, availability? Let's, while I'm driving through, let's get together, Mom and the family and everybody. Let's eat. Great. I said, I can't do it on Saturday. I've got a volleyball match that Saturday, but I'm free that Sunday. And she says, okay, we're going to leave early. Like, let's find a brunch type place or something that opens early. She goes, I don't want to stick around. I don't want to be here for lunch. Like, I just, I'm probably leave Alexandria no later than 9, probably be in Shreveport before 11, like need some place that opens at 10:30. Let's get a breakfast or a brunch or whatever. And then we're going to get out of town. Like, cool. Start looking around, there's several places that open. And I'm like, well, the Pearl does brunch. I was like, but I'm not sure when it opens. So I texted Robert, and he's like, yeah, we open at 11. Brunch is 11 to 3 on Sundays. So I text Amy back. She's like, that's probably a little bit too late. I don't necessarily want to be that late going up. And so I said, okay, fine. And I sent her the link to the Pearl. I was like, whatever. And then she texts me back like 5 minutes later. She goes, wait. I just looked at the Pearl's menu. Yeah, we'll do that. She's like, that looks incredible. I can't believe there's something like that in Shreveport now. And so she is actually going to change her travel schedule coming back from Alexandria to Dallas in order to go have lunch at the Pearl the last weekend of September. That's the allure of the Pearl. My sister is literally, and she's when she makes plans, that's it. Like she's a planner. But she is literally changing her travel plans just to be able to go eat at the Pearl, just based on how good it looks on the website. And me obviously telling her how good it is in person. So that's what we're going to do. And that is the allure of the Pearl. The Pearl on Shreveport, the Pearl in Shreveport, I should say, the Pearl Shreveport. You can find them there on the corner of 70th and Fern Avenue, the white building with the black awnings, the old La Madeleine building, right across the street from Sports Spectrum. You can't miss it. Unbelievable food. Everything from tremendous appetizers to drink specials to incredible main dishes, ham bone swears by the steak, the burger. You've got, obviously, I've had the catfish Atchafalaya, which was insanely good. The desserts are incredible. You name it, they've got it at the Pearl Shreveport, 70th and Fern Avenue. So good that my sister is actually going to change her travel plans just to make sure she eats there. That's how enticing the Pearl is for you and for her. So go check them out. And obviously, when you get over there, let Robert know you heard about it right here on the Patrick Netherton Show. That helps us out. Let him know that his advertising dollars are working. Also, don't forget the Pearl, sponsoring the Pearl Upset Special. That begins this week, Wednesday. Wednesday is when you need to start sending in your picks, and we will start taking them for the slate. Because there are a lot of Thursday games this week, so I want to give everyone the opportunity to pick a Thursday game if they want to. No NFL slate, so it'll be all college football for this first go around, and I can't wait, man. Love the Upset Special. One of my favorite things about doing the show. It's really turned into a lot of fun, and the Upset Special will be happening starting on Wednesday. And big thanks to Robert and his crew for sponsoring that and making it the Pearl Upset Special, where you have a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to the Pearl. All right, Patrick.
Well, I was hoping to be able to add a little dessert to that, because while you were doing that commercial for the Pearl, David Fry was at bat with the man on second, but he just struck out.
Oh, boo!
I was so hoping to throw the dessert on the end of that. Say, hey, speaking of your guy, well, he's still our guy, but he just swung out with a guy on second and one out. So I was hoping I was going to be able to hit you with David Fry just knocked in a run. What perfect timing for the Pearl!
Yeah, especially because that's a hell of a matchup, Kansas City and Cleveland.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people are saying, look, between the Yankees, KC, and Cleveland, you got to feel like at least one, if not two, of those teams could likely be in the ALCS. That's the class, among the class of the AL. So that would have been a nice one to have Fry get the run in. But it's nice to see he's kind of bouncing back. He's getting his power numbers back a little bit. He's had 5 home runs. I believe over August now, or at least since the All-Star break, and good to see because he went a while without an extra base hit. So good to see the power numbers coming back for Fry. And Rogers, what a day for Northwestern baseball, right? And former guests of the Patrick Netherton Show. Like, when's the last time that former guests of the Patrick Netherton Show had a home run and a win in Major League Baseball on the same day? I don't think it's ever happened. So that's pretty cool for us as well. I'm not going to lie. And just neat. I got to call both of their games, or, I got to call them during their careers at Northwestern. And that's cool for me. And they're both great kids. Absolutely great kids. They're adults, but, they're kids to me. But they're both spectacular.
What would have been
people.
great if Seth Lugo was the starter today?
Oh, that would have
been sweet, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Get all the Northwest Louisiana connections. And at the same time, Rogers, Sam Burns nearly found a way to come from behind and win the BMW yesterday.
I'll still take second place in the check he got.
Yeah, 1.5 million, Rogers. There's not, like, if you wanted to hand me a check for 1.5 million right now, I'd take it. Like, I would take it. Did you see, by any chance, Rogers, did you see the bunker shot on 18?
Did not.
Okay, so he's sitting in the bunker. He said the wind kind of changed directions on him when he was getting ready to hit. So he left his approach on 18 short. He was 6 or 7 under at that point. I don't remember what par was. He's got the best round on the course. All right, and he's motoring along. Things are going well. He gets to 18 in the fairway, hits it into the bunker, and then got a reasonably straightforward bunker shot. Blasts it out, and that thing rolls and misses going in by 2-3 inches to the right. I mean, not much. Like, it looked the whole way like it was going in, and it just didn't get that last little curve to drop. And so he's reacting to the fact that he thought it was going in. It didn't go in. He tossed his club, not like angrily tossed his club, like just frustrated that it didn't go in. Tossed his club into the fairway and then, like, collapsed over the lip of the bunker. And he's just laying there over the lip of the bunker, like half of his body is in the bunker and half of his body is laying on the grass outside the bunker. His hat came off. Like, he really did look like someone that had passed out on Bourbon Street. You know, he partied too hard or whatever. I believe my caption was, after Shreveport Mardi Gras and East Kings Highway, that kind of thing. I thought about going with after the Humor and Harmony Festival, 50 Cent's Humor and Harmony Festival. But because I saw several pictures of some folks passed out on downtown after the Humor and Harmony Festival. So, yeah, he unfortunately didn't go in, but he does end up with a tie for second. He was in solo second for a bit, then ended up in a 3-way tie for second. They ended up splitting the second, third, and fourth place money, which is how it works. You get a 3-way tie for second. You combine the second, third, and fourth place money, and then you split it 3 ways. So, it's a $4.5 million for second, third, and fourth combined. And each of them got 1.5. So, again, not a terrible payday, but he probably would have had $2 million, $2.5 million, whatever, if he was in solo second place. But, again, who's complaining about getting a check for $1.5 million? I would hope no one. So, good for Sam, and puts him in a pretty good position. He is going to start, I believe, 6 shots back. Remember, in the Tour Championship, it is the number 1 golfer in FedEx points starts at 10 under par. Then number 2 starts, I think, at 8 under, and then 6 under, and then 4 under. So there's a 2-shot advantage for every position. Scheffler's at 10 under, Xander Schauffele's at 8 under. I don't remember who's in third, and then there was a big group of people at 4, and Sam was one of those, I believe, at 4 under par. So, so the Tour Championship is coming up. I believe, Rogers, is the Tour Championship where you win the gold jacket, right? I believe that's the case. When Mark Lai won it, and then Shooter McGavin hasn't quite won that just yet. So we're waiting on Shooter to be able to pull that off. But yeah, the Tour Championship is next week, or this coming weekend, I should say. And Scotty Scheffler will start off at 10 under par. Let me see. I've got the thing here. 10 under. Yeah, Xander Schauffele will be 8. Hideki Matsuyama is 7. Keegan Bradley at 6. Ludwig Oberg at 5, and then Rory, Colin Morikawa, Wyndham Clark, Sam Burns, Patrick Cantlay, all at 4 under. Sungjae M, Sahith Theegala, Shane Lowry, Adam Scott, Tony Finau at -3. Ben On, Victor Hovland, Russell Henley, Akshay Bhatia, Robert McIntyre at 2. Billy Horschel, Tommy Fleetwood, Sepp Straka, Matthew Pavon, and Taylor Pendrith all at 1. And then your last 5, Chris Kirk, Tom Hoagie, Aaron Rye, Christian Bezuidenhout, and Justin Thomas are all even par to start. So, yeah, the folks that are even par are starting 10 shots back of Scotty Scheffler. Now, the funny thing is, that has not always been a predictor of who is actually going to win the Tour Championship, right? It's not necessarily whoever is starting in first with the 10 under par score hasn't necessarily won all of them. But, yeah, you got to like Scotty Scheffler's chances, right? You got to figure Scheffler he's had the best year on tour. He's been incredible. Got to figure that Scheffler will be the guy. Let's see. Let's go to the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line at 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. 817 said, "Go Blue, Fresno State up on Saturday. Have a blessed day. Go Blue." There you go. Yeah. Excited for you, 817. Hope that your Fresno State Bulldogs can make it happen. Trying to see if I know who this phone number is, and I do not. Sorry, Rogers had to sneeze there for a second. Well, anybody that was watching that on TV just got to watch me sneeze. And, that's worth its weight in gold. So, yeah, Fresno State getting ready. It's here, man. College football is here. I'm so excited. You got games on Thursday. You got games on Saturday. You got a game on Sunday. Just everything going on. Rogers got the early line for Northwestern State Tulsa. And the Demons are a 31.5-point underdog. Which, I'll be honest, I wouldn't even know how to set the line for Northwestern State and Tulsa. I don't know what the Demons are going to look like. I mean, I've seen them a little bit, but I don't have a clue. If you tell me that that's a 35-21 type of game, okay. If you tell me it's a 55-7 type game, okay. If you tell me Northwestern wins, I'd be surprised, but okay. Like I legitimately don't know what to expect from the Demons. It is a team that is half returners, half newcomers. They have a couple of starters on each, returning on each side of the ball, but that's about it. It's a brand new team. But yeah, Northwestern State plays Thursday night. That game will be on ESPN+. And as we mentioned, LSU will play on Sunday. The Saturday slate looks incredible with games all over the place. Your Thursday night ranked teams: NC State taking on the Catamounts of Western Carolina, Kansas taking on Lindenwood, Mizzou taking on Murray State, Utah taking on Southern Utah. And then we mentioned Saturday, a great slate: Clemson, Georgia, Penn State, West Virginia. If you believe West Virginia is going to be an upset type squad. Let's see, South Dakota State, Oklahoma State. We already saw an FCS beat an FBS as New Mexico raced out against Montana State, and then Montana State came back, had a 93-yard touchdown run, and then came back to ultimately win that game late. Got a late touchdown with like 15, 20 seconds left, something like that. That was the game that Tim Brando was calling. Had some equipment malfunctions going on, but Timmy B and his crew, they got through it. But yeah, don't sleep on South Dakota State at Oklahoma State, man. South Dakota State, two-time defending FCS champions. The Jackrabbits are dang good. You've got, let's see, trying to see, Notre Dame A&M. That's another good one. USC LSU. That'll be a terrific one. LSU an early 4.5-point favorite. All right, we come back. Let's talk about Week 0. Tarleton McNeese. We had the aforementioned Montana State and New Mexico. You had a little Hawaii-Delaware State action. You had SEMO taking on North Alabama, and, of course, you had Georgia Tech taking down the angry, revenge-seeking Florida State Seminoles over in Ireland. So we can talk all about that. We'd love to hear from you. Feel free to give us a shout. Call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline at 725-5945. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0426. Off and running and talking college football the way the good Lord intended. We'll be back.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Here's Brooke Burke for Skechers' new Workout Walker footwear.
Do you know the world's #1 most popular form of exercise? It's walking. And one company has you covered, Skechers, the comfort technology company, with their newest performance walking sneaker, Skechers Workout Walker. Because the Skechers Workout Walker is fully loaded to get the most out of your walk, including a carbon-infused plate in the sole to add more spring to your step. Find Skechers Workout Walker for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
At Scott Equipment in Shreveport, they're not just selling machines, they're building partnerships with custom solutions for every industry. From agriculture to construction, they've got the equipment to power your success. Visit them on North Market Street for a hands-on experience or online at scottcompanies.com for expert advice. Don't just take their word for it, come see the Scott difference and elevate your projects to the next level. Scott Equipment, where quality meets innovation.
Looking to make a meaningful impact in your community? Volunteers for Youth Justice invites you to join our team. Since 1981, our mission has been to provide a community caring for children, youth, and families in crisis. Whether you can offer your time, skills, or resources, your contribution matters. Visit vyjla.org to discover how you can get involved today. Together, we can build a brighter future in Northwest Louisiana. Volunteers for Youth Justice, your community needs you.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can upgrade your home with up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like Whirlpool. Enhance your kitchen with quality and convenience from Whirlpool, like the freestanding electric range with built-in air fryer and the tall tub dishwasher with third rack, all available at the Home Depot. Right now, shop Labor Day savings up to $1,500 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Whatever happened to Tony Horton, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of HMB plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to helping build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smoothie and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination. reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High Impact Protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code MUSCLE to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text MUSCLE to 511-511. Text MUSCLE to 511-511 today. All individuals are unique. Your results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Anything you want with Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, now offering heating and air conditioning too. The Greene Team for the best plumbing, heating, air, get it all. One team, 3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, your home team, 6310235. We have it all.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer, an unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 1033 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
You know what I just realized, Rogers? That I should unmute my mic before I speak. Because I just said a whole bunch of words and and nobody was hearing them. Hey, it's week 1 for all of us, you know? I'm not living in competition with anyone. I just want us all to get along. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. By the way, I'm selling an old trombone. If anybody, Rogers, you remember I brought the trombone up to the studio a couple months ago, and I'm selling it. If anybody's got a kiddo out there that's trying to learn the trombone, giving it away for not giving it away, selling it. Still in really good condition. Things like 30 years old. Still in great shape. So, yeah, if anybody's looking for a trombone, hit me up. Let me know. All right. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Let's get to some texts on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. 318-6570-HAM, 0426. Chuck said DJU got his blue check mark. He's been verified to be mediocre at best again. Yeah, I think that's got to be look, we had a limited number of games going on in week 0, so there was not a lot to be super disappointed in, but the two things that I think I was most disappointed in was McNeese's clock management and lack of urgency at the end of their game against Tarleton. Had a chance to maybe put a few more yards in to try to get the tying field goal. Instead, the kicker ended up missing it. And the other very disappointing thing was DJ Uiagalelei, who we kind of all expected was going to be a little better, was going to be Jordan Travis 2.0, and really didn't do much. He threw a lot of passes behind the line of scrimmage and around the line of scrimmage, didn't push the ball downfield all that much. And look, some of that you can also attribute to Georgia Tech. They're out there playing defense. But man, what a disappointing debut at Florida State for DJ Uiagalelei, especially after the revenge tour and Florida State disrespected, didn't get in. The Florida State fans were booing Kirk Herbstreit during game day because I guess they think he had something to do with it, even though he doesn't. It's crazy. And the start of the revenge tour for Florida State, the "you should have put us in" tour, is laying an egg against Georgia Tech. So yeah. By the way, Bernard, who has been texting me about the start of the Pearl Upset Special, said, "I love the Pearls, Oysters, Rockefeller. Been there several times for them." He said, "Plus on Sunday morning, I think the Pearl has shrimp cocktails for $10. Really good." So there you go. There you go, Bernard, with a little testimonial for our friends over at the Pearl Shreveport, who again are putting on the Pearl Upset Special starting on Wednesday. We will take your picks for the biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. Double J said Hawaii hosts UCLA, which means they may actually fill all 15,194 seats at their temporary stadium that's smaller than Turpin Stadium in Natchitoches. And then he hoped that my trombone was not rusty. No, it is well taken care of, Double J, though I do get the double entendre there. No, it is well taken care of. So yeah, UCLA out in Hawaii. That's awesome. Good for the Bows getting out there and hopefully making it happen. I think Double J, correct me if I'm wrong, Timmy Chang is the coach, the former record-setting quarterback for Hawaii. I believe he's the head coach now. So good stuff for Hawaii, man. Speaking of temporary stadiums, Rogers, have you seen Northwestern's temporary stadium? Not Northwestern State's, because obviously they're in Turpin, but have you seen the Northwestern University temporary stadium by any chance?
No.
Brother, they built a temporary stadium that is literally on the water. Like the visiting stands, the opposite field stands from the press box it's just a coastline. And the field is literally right up against the water. They're redoing, I believe it's Ryan Field is their stadium, and they're either renovating it or, I don't know, building a new one, whatever. But in so doing, they've built a temporary facility that is, it doesn't seat a lot. It's not a big stadium, but it is right. I mean, it might be one of the best views you'll ever have at a football stadium. Montana is one of my favorite views, right up, basically nestled up against a mountain. So Montana's always beautiful. A lot of the ones out in California have great vistas. New Mexico was pretty. A lot of mountains in the background. New Mexico also, I found this was interesting. They had hot air balloon baskets behind the goalposts, like up against the field house. So you're going to one end, I believe the south end zone would be my guess. And behind the south end zone, uprights was a field house for New Mexico, and right up against the field house on either side of the goalposts as you were looking at them was on one on the left side, one on the right side was a hot air balloon basket. And when it came time for teams to kick that direction, the flame at the top of the basket, which, you know, puts the hot air into the balloon to rise, the flames were not going crazy, not like they were pulling the handle and they were just sort of flickering. It was very odd, and I couldn't figure out why New Mexico would have a pair of hot air balloon baskets behind the goalpost. And come to find out that apparently Albuquerque hosts one of the largest hot air balloon rallies in the country. And they call it the Balloon Fiesta, I believe. And it happens, and I was like, well, is it happening right now? Like, why are the balloons there? Well, come to find out, it happens in October, and it is such a big deal that they have all sorts of advertisements and things for it at the airport in Albuquerque. It's all over the place in the city. Like, just pretty insane the amount of things that they have to talk about and advertise and promote the Balloon Fiesta. And part of it was a couple of hot air balloon baskets behind the goalposts that were just sitting there with the flame going. It made for an interesting backdrop, that's for sure. And at one point in that Montana State New Mexico game, the winds really picked up. The winds, like 30, 40 miles an hour. A camera blew over. I don't know if it was one of the Fox Sports cameras or not, but a camera blew over from the top level down to the first level of the stadium. Luckily, no one was hurt. But yeah, the conditions got crazy. And then, of course, Montana State, down early, came back and found a way to get the win. They had a 93-yard touchdown run, one play 93-yard drive for a touchdown, and then came back, had a long, sustained drive at the end of the game, and scored with, I think, about 11 seconds left to ultimately take the win. Montana State, by the way, was a near 2-touchdown favorite in that game. Not an underdog. The FCS team was nearly a 2-touchdown favorite over the FBS program. So, yeah, pretty insane to see that. So the game was, ultimately Montana State came back and got the win. This was a team that is likely to make noise in the FCS again this year. Basically, if your AD, if you're the football coach and your AD is like, hey, we want to schedule a team from one of the Dakotas or Montana, say no. Because North Dakota State, South Dakota State are both juggernauts. North Dakota State's got Colorado in week 1. Then you combine that with South Dakota State, who has won the last 2 FCS national championships. Plus Montana and Montana State are both perennial powers. Just don't schedule any of those teams. Just don't do it if you're an FBS program. Go find somebody else. Because there's a really good chance they're going to come into your building and take you out. And look, North Dakota State, Colorado, do not be surprised when North Dakota State wins. South Dakota State, Oklahoma State, don't be surprised if South Dakota State finds a way to win that game. I mean, Oklahoma State should handle their business against South Dakota State. Colorado's in a way different scenario because they're rebuilding a little bit, retooling. Dion's not taking questions from one of the Denver Post columnists because he said mean things to him. Like we got all kind of stuff. There was the whole Fight Club aspect of Colorado that came out. There's a lot going on when it comes to Colorado right now. But they will face a very stern task getting ready for the Bison of North Dakota State. Don't take that game lightly. I'm actually interested. I wonder what the line on that game is. It would not surprise me if Colorado State was actually, if North Dakota State was actually favored in that game. Let's see. What league is Colorado in now? They still in the Big 12? What league? Yes. Colorado's actually a 10-point favorite in that game. So I'm not going to say I'm surprised by that. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Meanwhile, South Dakota State, by the way, that is a Thursday game. Thursday night at 7. North Dakota State at Colorado. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one along with Northwestern State and Tulsa. Then South Dakota State at Oklahoma State. By the way, that's a closer matchup. Oklahoma State's only a 9.5-point favorite in that one. So, yeah, a lot of respect for the high-end FCS programs. Again, Montana State was a 13.5-point favorite at New Mexico. And North Dakota State only a 10-point dog at Colorado. And South Dakota State only a 9.5-point dog at Oklahoma State, who, by the way, is ranked preseason top 25. So, yeah, it's going to be wild, man. This is so much fun. And the fact that the FBS has finally wised up and has decided to go ahead and do a 12-team playoff is so smart. It's taken them so long to get here. But what people are like, look, Florida State losing that game this past weekend, in a 4-team playoff year might doom them, right? Their season may, at least in terms of winning a national championship, their season might have ended right there. But at the same time, with a 12-team playoff, Florida State is still going to be worth watching. Because run the table, win the ACC, and you're in. Automatic bid, top 4 seed. That's, by the way, the other thing that I think a lot of people, and ESPN tried to sort of break that down so that people understood. This is not a 1 through 12 scenario. This is not the number 1 ranked team in the poll is the number 1 seed, and 2 is the 2, and et cetera. It is the 4 conference champions that get the top 4 spots. And then everyone else comes out of the rankings after that. And the highest ranked group of 5 will typically get that 12 spot unless they are higher than that, in which case they could get a better seed. But more than likely, most years, that best group of 5, highest ranked group of 5 team is likely going to be sitting in at the 12 spot. Also, don't forget with the 12-team playoff that the top 4 seeds get byes. Teams 5, 6, 7, and 8 host. And teams 9, 10, 11, and 12 go on the road. Not neutral site games for the first round. The only thing I would change about the playoff scenario is I would find a way to give the top 4 seeds not only a bye, but also a home game. And I think that's the only thing missing from the college football playoff scenario is, yes, they get a bye, and yes, that is valuable. But when they play at a neutral site, whereas teams 5, 6, 7, and 8 get to host. So the question becomes, would you rather be the 5 seed, you're at home, you're playing a team, you're playing the 12, but you've got them at your place, Or would you rather be a top 4 seed? You get the bye, you get the extra week off to rest and heal and get ready, but at the same time, you will not play a home game in the playoffs. So that's one of those things where I think that most coaches would take rest over an extra game that has home field advantage. I think most of the coaches would go with extra rest there, but I don't know that for certain. But yeah, if you're given the choice of the 4 seed or the 5 seed, I think you almost would always rather have the extra week of rest. You know that the team that is coming in is just going to be coming off of what you would assume would be a pretty hard-fought game. And, you know, that ends up being, you would think, an advantage for the team that is rested. But who's to say? Look, in the NFL, how many times have you seen the team that has a bye struggle in that second game because the team that comes in has not, you know, they haven't gotten rusty, right? So you've seen that happen before, where upsets can happen. You're the team that's got the bye. You think, okay, we're rested, but the team that comes in off of a win, they've got momentum, and you're a little rusty, and boom, they jump up and bite you. So I do think in the college football playoff, though, you'd rather have the extra rest than you would an extra game, but with home field advantage. That's just my thoughts at this point. All right, so Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick bebopping along. We come back, I'll tell you a little bit about Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And we'll get into that Florida State-Georgia Tech game and start to get you ready for Week 1 in college football. It is almost here. Can't wait. Super excited. Take a break, come back. You can follow along with us on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for the Patrick Netherton Show. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow and all that stuff. We'll be back on Twitter at PT Netherton here before too long. So make sure that you're also following at PT Netherton over on Twitter. Take a break. Come back.
You know, it only takes one bad decision to change your life. And riding after drinking can be one of those. It can lead to impaired reflexes, poor judgment, and then disaster. Think about it. Even one drink affects your ability to ride. Alcohol can limit your reaction time and give you a false sense of confidence. You think it'll never happen to you, but it can. So, if you hit the bottle, don't roll the throttle. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's Business Credit Card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off or subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store lowes.com/credit for details.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Get down to business, tell everyone, nothing's off limits, you can have anything you want.
Anything you want with Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, now offering heating and air conditioning too. The Greene Team for the best plumbing, heating, air, get it all. One team, 3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, your home team, 6310235. We have it all.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Krista's St. Michael Health System proudly presents the 25th Annual Texarkana Senior Expo. Friday, September 13th, 9 a.m. to noon at the Texarkana, Texas Convention Center. The Senior Expo features products, services, and agencies that benefit anyone 50 and older. Attendees can talk to over 100 professionals, get free health screenings, great information, and more. And admission is free. The 25th Annual Texarkana Senior Expo, presented by Krista's St. Michael Health, has both sponsor and vendor room available. Need more info? TexarkanaSeniorExpo.com.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances, like the LG Smart Top Load Washer with easy unload angled front, so you can reach every last sock. Right now, get up to $1,500 off select appliances in-store and online with Labor Day savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details. America's most reliable line of appliances per independent study.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. You never take advice. Someday you'll pay the price. I know. I've seen it before. It happens all the time. You're closing the door. You leave the world behind. You're digging for gold. You're throwing away a fortune and feelings, but someday you'll pay. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. You want paradise, but someday you'll pay the price. I know. I've seen it before. It happens all the time. You're closing the door. You leave the world behind.
The Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers, I always feel like the beginning of Cold as Ice sounds a lot like Dana Carvey doing Chopping Broccoli. I don't know why, like it always strikes me as being very similar. And she chopped, chopping broccoli. one of the great bits. If you've never heard Dana Carvey doing chopping broccoli, it is spectacular. Go check it out. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130, The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hambone, I know you kind of had some things to get done this weekend, but did you watch any of the football? Kind of what were you locked into, if anything?
I didn't really get to be honest with you.
Yeah, had a little too much going on.
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah, I understand, brother. I understand. Well, like I said, the Georgia Tech Florida State game was fun at the beginning. Both teams just marched right down the field and scored. That would end up being Florida State's only touchdown of the game. Then they turned around and it kind of got boring in the middle. Neither team really did much. Georgia Tech was still running the ball effectively. They've got a terrific offense, man. Brent Key, what he's done there is impressive. And Haynes King, as we mentioned, Longview kid who was at A&M. I like someone said the foresight of Jimbo Fisher to send Haynes King from Texas A&M to Georgia Tech, knowing that several years down the road they would face Florida State and he'd be able to get revenge on Florida State with the quarterback that he brought to Texas A&M, was just diabolical planning by Jimbo Fisher. The game was boring in the middle, but then finished with a flourish as Georgia Tech had the lead for most of the game. Ended up going down and scoring late, getting the field goal to ultimately win it. Just great effort and really cool result. And you got your first just big notable quote out of it when they asked Brent Key afterwards, kind of what's the key to success? And he was, run the ball. I mean, it was a run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. That's one of those beautiful old school football moments that a lot of folks really enjoyed. So kudos to Georgia Tech pulling the upset to start with. Again, not a fan of preseason polls. Who knows if Florida State's going to be the 10th best team in the country this year? We don't know. We'll know 5-6 weeks from now. If Florida State's 3-3 after 6, then yeah, they're not the 10th best team in the country. But if they turn around and they put it all together and run the table from here out, then maybe they'll be back in the top 20, top 15, whatever. Do not like preseason rankings. Never have liked preseason rankings. I don't think it's a good, accurate representation of what we see. Dang, got the sneezes today, Rogers. I believe they call those the sneezels. That's twice now. I couldn't tell you the last time I sneezed on air. Luckily, I think I muted my mic in time, so I don't think you heard it. But sneezing all over the place. So yeah, Georgia Tech, Florida State was very good. It just fun to watch a team that runs the ball in interesting ways, right? Wake Forest with their slow option, their slow RPO. That's a fun little wrinkle. What Kansas does with a lot of motion, a lot of eye candy, backs moving all over the place, but still kind of pounding you with a terrific back. Like the way that Kansas operates. I love these really different creative run schemes because we've seen a lot of different creative passing schemes, right? We've seen the run and shoot. We've seen the spread. We've seen the stuff, the air raid stuff that Mike Leach and Hal Mumme came up with. But when you see what Rich Rod did, right, when he brought the no huddle, the up tempo no huddle run game. That Chip Kelly jumped in on and was a part of. When you see what they've done, and then you add to it the wrinkles of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State brought back the three backs in the backfield. That inverted shotgun wishbone look or kind of a double power eye, if you will, or power pistol. It's some of that stuff. I love these wrinkles that teams are able to use. And Georgia Tech, lot of stuff they were running. My dad called me and he's like, they're running old school stuff. They're trapping people and wham blocking, all that stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's at its fundamental. Football is still at its fundamentals. The football is still the same. Football is still about blocking and tackling. It's still about trying to gain yardage against an opponent that doesn't want you to. There are only so many new schemes, right? When Darren McFadden in Arkansas was running the Wildcat or the Wild Hog or whatever you want to call it, everyone was like, oh, it's revolutionary. Like, no, it's just single wing football from 70 years ago, right? It's just packaged differently, and it has some wrinkles. And all of the RPO stuff or the read option stuff, all of that stuff Rogers Hampton was running RPO stuff back in high school. The only difference was it was not out of the shotgun. It was option ball, but it was done from under center, just like every high school in America ran for seemingly decades. The wing T stuff, right? The wing T stuff is what the spread is today. It's just done from under center as opposed to in the shotgun. You look at the number of times that they're jet sweeps, right? The receiver's coming in motion and he's arcing around behind the quarterback, and they fake up the middle and then they run the option to the outside. That's exactly what the double wing or slot bone or wing T, those are all, that's the same offense. The concepts are the same. The difference is, as opposed to having a wide receiver come do it, you have a slot back or a wing back come and do it. That's going in arc motion. And you didn't necessarily do it before the snap, and it was not from under center. The wing T is awesome. Double J said, bring back the drop kick. Somebody did a drop kick over the weekend. I don't remember what league it was in or who it was, but they were doing an extra point or a field goal. I don't remember which one, and the holder bobbled the snap. The kicker picked it up and drop kicked it. And it went through, and it was worth points. Like, the drop kick is still legal in football. So I just love it because, it's repackaged. What they're doing is different, but it is the same basic concepts of stuff that has been in football for eons. The difference is the forward pass exists. Don't tell that to DJ Uiagalelei because, it is what it is for DJ. And also, DJU, like, I get it. His last name is long, and it's a lot of syllables to pronounce. But calling him DJU constantly just grated on me. And Tessitore did it, and Jesse Palmer did it. Like, they were both doing it incessantly. And again, I get it. As a play-by-play guy, I understand. The Uiagalelei is a long name. So calling him by his last name every play is not easy to do. And I understand you may want a bit of a shortcut. And so calling him but DJ would have been better than DJU. It would have been, like, it just would have been better. Buster said, boy, did you know that Georgia Tech is 5-0 against ranked teams in their conference? I did. Under Brent Key. He also said ragweed, which I guess is maybe what's making me sneeze. I don't know. I inherited Buster's sinuses, which is not a good thing for me. Them sinuses have been. I've had to have multiple surgeries on them. Nose is running all the time. I got to figure out what allergies I got. Went and did some blood work to test my allergies to see if I had some dust or mold or something in the house. So yeah, we've We got all kind of fun stuff going on around here. Speaking of fun stuff, and hey, speaking of fixing things around your house, Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is who you need to call. Look, your plumbing gets backed up. Well, you might have an issue with some mold, right? Your air conditioning is not draining the way it's supposed to. You might get some issue with some mold. Your heating system is not working correctly. You might find yourself with some issues. Well, that's why you call Bobby L. Greene Plumbing at 631-0235, 631-0235. Let the pros at Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, who've been doing it for 6 decades now, them take care of you. You can also find them online at greeneplumbing.com, Greene plumbing.com. Let them fix your problems, whether you've got plumbing with your pipes, leaky faucet, they can handle it. If you've got something going wrong with your heating and gas system, they can fix it. Or, this would be a good time of year to maybe put in one of those fake fireplaces, right? I bought a fake fireplace several years ago now and didn't know who to call to install it. Turns out I called Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling because they handle gas. And they came in, they ran me a new gas line because my gas line was capped for some reason. They ran me a gas line, they set up the fake fireplace, and it works beautifully. I mean, I don't have a lot of cause to use it right now, but when I do have a cause to use it, it works exactly how it's supposed to. And then they can handle your AC as well, and obviously we know that everyone needs that at this point in time. With as hot as it is outside, you better make sure your AC is working, folks. It's Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, 631-0235, 631-0235, or find them on the internet at greeneplumbing.com. Don't forget they got discounts for first responders, for churches, for senior citizens, and they offer coupons on the website as well. So go check them out, greeneplumbing.com or 631-0235. Back with the final segment when we return on the Patrick Netherton Show.
Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You can be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Experts in the hunting and fishing world, Steve Graff, Mike Eccles, and Gary McCoy, the host of the Hooking Up and Tracking Down Show. Tune in Wednesday at 11 and Saturday mornings at 6 on FM 103.3 or on the home of LSU Sports, AM 1130, The Tiger.
Our locally owned businesses are the heartbeat of our community. Industry aces stand out as leaders in their field, like Down Home Meats, Old School Sausage done right, and Shreveport Bossier Family Dentistry, keeping your whole family smiling, and Shreveport Bossier Pediatric Dentistry. It's an out-of-this-world experience. Industry aces stand out as leaders in their field. Check out any of our industry aces today.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives.
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Introducing Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food.
I have been feeding them Dr. Marty's freeze-dried raw formula for years. And this food is a big part of why their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful and playful.
And dog parents across the U.S. are loving it.
My dog Hazel is a 10-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever, and ever since I've been feeding her Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend food, she is like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
We're so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee. And for a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies. They're wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511 today. All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Fall's coming. You have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve, so this fall make a plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Anything you want with Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, now offering heating and air conditioning too. The Greene team for the best plumbing, heating, air, get it all. One team, 3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, your home team, 6310235. We have it all.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer, an unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Tiger weather now.
More heat and humidity as we look to the start of the business week. Mainly clear skies for 0 overnight, 76. Sunny and hot on Monday. Highs upper 90s, but our heat index could be as high as 105 in spots. Sunny and hot Tuesday, Wednesday. Slight chance for an afternoon evening storm. Upper 90s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
It's time for the main course with Rogers Hampton. Here's your host, Patrick Netherton.
Show 1130 The Tiger, Rogers and Patrick. By the way, pretty hilarious little stat. I know we're not necessarily talking about the WNBA right now, but there was somebody that posted a stat. This is Stat Mamba, whatever that is. the highest field goal percentages at the rim by a rookie this season. So that is, like layup shots right in front of the basket or whatever, which should be Angel Reese number one, right? She averages bajillion rebounds a game, double-doubles, 20 rebounds, all that stuff. She's shooting 39% on shots at the rim. Like, seriously? The highest shooting percentage at the rim by a rookie? Again, this is shots right at the basket. Caitlin Clark, 60% on shots around the rim. I mean, Caitlin Clark is shooting 60% on shots at the rim, and Angel Reese is shooting 39%. Like, great, you're getting a lot of rebounds, but my God, is watching her play offense is ugly as hell. It is tough, man. There was one stretch somebody posted where it was like, missed shot, offensive rebound, missed shot, offensive rebound, missed shot, offensive rebound, missed shot, foul, made one free throw, and then they realized they forgot one. So between her two made free throws, it was missed shot, offensive rebound, because they realized they left one out. Just like, it's great that she's getting all those rebounds, but my God, she's got to convert some of them. And I like Angel Reese. As GeekCon Daddy said, she's running her own Mikan drill during the game. I don't know if anyone ever did the Mikan drill where you have to you basically go off of 1 foot right-handed for a layup, and then you go off of 1 foot left-handed for the layup, and you just keep going back and forth. Difference is you usually are making those during the course of the game. So yeah, it's a little hard to watch. It is not aesthetically pleasing, let's say. I will say this though, if you didn't catch the end of that Chicago Sky Las Vegas Aces game, it was amazing. Kennedy Carter hit a long, I think it was a long two to tie with 1.1 seconds left to go. It was either to tie or take the lead. I think it was to tie. And then the Aces ran a beautiful sideline lob for Asia Wilson to the backside of the rim. She caught and laid it up and in as time expired, and the Aces ended up getting the win. Caitlin Clark and the Fever also dropped one, as that was also a really fun game to watch at the same time. So then they had Maya Moore having her jersey retired, and smart planning on their part. They did it with Caitlin Clark in the building, so you knew you'd have your biggest crowd of the year. And Caitlin Clark is a massive Maya Moore fan. That was her player growing up. And so they had a really cool shot after the game. Caitlin Clark is back out in like warm-ups. She's got like a shirt on. She's still wearing her uniform, but she's back out after the game, sitting in the first row of the stands, watching Maya Moore, watching her jersey get retired. Because again, that was her favorite player. That was her hero growing up. And the coolest part about the picture was there were like 5 or 6 kids behind Caitlin Clark, all wearing her jersey. And this is on the road, by the way. This is not at home. There were 5 or 6 kids behind her wearing her jersey, and it was a cool sort of symbolism, right? Of Caitlin Clark's hero was Maya Moore, and these kids' heroes is Caitlin Clark, and hopefully that lends itself to the continuation of women's basketball and the continued growth of women's basketball. It was a cool moment. It really was. But man, Angel Reese, she's got to get them layups back. Just find a way to put them in. It's great that you're giving effort and you're getting your own rebounds and all of that, and eventually ended up at the free throw line and hit 2. But she's had 42 rebounds the last 2 games while shooting 25% from the field. You cannot shoot 25% from the field as a big. You just can't. Like, you've got to be better, though. You've got to be over 40%. You'd preferably like to be over 50% from the field as a big. It is painful to watch at times, but you love the effort, admire the effort, love the fact that she's sticking with it. It's not like she misses and gets mad and frustrated and gives up. She keeps after it, but definitely needs off-season gym work. Just finishing shots in traffic is basically what it amounts to. Got to work on that. Chuck said that's why Angel Reese gets so many rebounds. She rebounds her own missed layups. Yeah, no doubt about that. She had 22 rebounds in one game, 18 in the same series, 17 of her own misses from 2 feet out. So, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that. Like, she's missing shots, but again, I credit her in that she is missing shots, but she is not giving up. Right? She is continuing to get after it, to stay after it, and is not just, she's not just turning around and saying, all right, well, I missed a shot and I got my rebound, then I missed another one. Like, all right, I guess I'm done. Like, it's just not going to happen for me. No, she sticks with it, and I applaud that. She also took a 3 that was rough. But anyway, college football season off and running. Man, love that we got college football back. Kudos to Georgia Tech for getting the win over Florida State. We will break things down. Don't forget, we got a bevy of Thursday night games this week. A lot of Thursday night games, including that North Dakota State-Colorado game, including Northwestern State opening their first game under Blaine McCorkle, taking on Tulsa in Tulsa. So a lot of stuff to watch coming up on Thursday. And don't forget, the Pearl Upset Special will begin on Wednesday. So you can start sending in your picks on Wednesday. If you want to get any of those Thursday games, you can pick those. Again, Wednesday is when the Pearl Upset Special begins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you get a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to the Pearl Restaurant in Shreveport. How do you do that? You pick the biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. Biggest underdog that will win outright. You do that, you pick that, and you will win a $50 gift certificate to the Pearl. Can't wait to start giving those away. And big thanks to Robert and crew for stepping up and wanting to be a part of that, and hooking us up with $50 gift certificates every week for the Pearl. We'll also, I believe, this week start our Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers with week 1 of the college football season. That's usually when I'm supposed to shine. Moody normally struggles, is an NFL guru, but normally struggles a bit more with college. I'm the opposite. We'll see if that continues to hold true. All right, look, it remains hot outside, at least for a couple more days. Y'all, please be careful when you're out there. Hydrate, stay in the shade, wear good clothing, hats, all that stuff. Take care of yourself when you're outside, please. We want everyone getting back to us in one piece, so to speak. For Rogers Hampton, I'm Patrick Netherton. Appreciate y'all being with us. Look, so excited to have football back. Really makes a difference for us. Want everyone to enjoy the craziness that goes on. And by the way, we're about to hit the official start of fall here before too long, and the days will start getting shorter, or at least daylight will start getting shorter. And that's never a lot of fun. All right, for Rogers, I'm Patrick. Y'all be safe and careful out there, everyone. Want to see you back here tomorrow from 1 to 3 tomorrow on the Patrick Netherton